Good evening, football fans, and welcome to some WIAA Division 7 Level 3 football action here live from Cambria-Friesland. This is Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports, making the call, running the radio, running the computer, running the soundboard. So we're going to be carrying everything and do the best I can to make sure I get them accurate with the statistics as well. Tonight's game here on the Home and Auto pregame show, our matchup is going to take the 9-2 Shiocton Chiefs, who have yet to give up a point in the playoffs, but taking on undefeated Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. We'll be back here in about 3 minutes after these messages from our sponsors. Again, you're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Welcome to Terra Max territory. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one innovative tool from Great Plains. The Terra Max is a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of field conditions. Learn more about hybrid tillage and the new Terra Max at www.greatplainsag.com or by visiting Waupun Equipment Company, your local Great Plains dealer. This is Terra Max territory. Waupun Equipment Company.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Les. I've suffered with a bad right knee for 30 years or 40 years. Actually had a knee replacement scheduled, and I looked into this, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. My knee now, 3 months later, is almost like new. I can run up and down stairs. I can sit at a gym watching a basketball game. Really, really happy and pleased with the results. Plan on strongly recommending this to, and I have been recommending this to friends and family who have had joint issues, shoulders, backs, and knees.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Get to the Dump in Cambria for excellent food, a great atmosphere, and friendly staff. Their menu is packed with a large selection of appetizers, sandwiches, wings, salads, and above all, their famous burgers. Don't forget to ask about the Dump's Burger of the Month, and you've got to try their award-winning Friday Fish Fry. For more information, follow The Dump on Facebook. Looking to join an awesome team? The Dump in Cambria is now hiring. Stop in for more information. 1105 West Edgewater Street, Cambria.
How do you make the most of your land? The Mosers do it with their John Deere Gator XUV 590M. That's how they
cram a lot of the work in each day.
And with a 900-pound payload capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Ballwig Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun, and Ballwig Turf and Leisure North Spring Street Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz.
Welcome back to Cambria-Friesland here as we get ready for some Division 7 Level 3 action here in Cambria-Friesland. This is Jeff Sauer here for RP Sports here on the Home and Autos pregame show. Had an opportunity to have Nick Rush contact Coach Bilesma from Cambria-Friesland and talk a little bit about this game. So let's take a listen to that interview, and then we'll come back on the other side and give a little bit of information that I've got here for each of these two teams. Kickoff will be right around 7 o'clock would be my guess. Hope that you'll be able to stick with us here. Got Cambria-Friesland wearing red, and we got Shiocton Chiefs wearing their whites. We'll be back here after this from Coach Bilesma and Nick Rush.
Welcome back to the pregame show presented by Holman Auto Sales, locations in Waupun and Ripon. We're talking WIAA Division 7 Level 3 state quarterfinal action. Jim Bilesma, the head coach of the Hilltoppers, with us on the phone line. Jim, always a pleasure. Thanks for the time here today.
Well, we appreciate any coverage we can get because not a lot of people know where Cambria-Friesland is. So.
You bet, Jim. All right, so let's talk about the Hilltoppers. Nice season, undefeated at 11-0. Before we talk about Shiocton's matchup coming up on Friday night, talk about the Hilltoppers. Kind of clue us in here a little bit.
We've got a bunch of really determined and really gritty and really fundamentally sound football players. We just keep doing what we can do and do it as well as we can and keep grinding away, and so far it's worked out pretty well.
A team that's got well over 3,000 rushing yards on the season, Jim, 35 touchdowns. Really, your bread and butter is that ground attack, that ground and pound, isn't it?
Right, it is. And, as talented as our running backs are, we also have to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. We've got some senior-dominated offensive linemen. We have Carlos Salgado and Tate Dieger, and they're both 3-year starters. Carlos is a guard and Tate is a tackle. And then this year joining them in the offensive line is Parker Boonsma playing guard for us, and then also Doug Heima, a senior, playing tackle for us. So when you can get 4 seniors playing in your offensive line, that's going to really jack up your offensive attack, because we all know that football is a numbers game, but it's also a seniors game.
Right.
And playing senior bodies in the front line adds a lot to your attack. So that's blessed us. And then we have 3, maybe 4 very determined running backs in Isaac Young, Carter Drews, Trevor Krieger, and Brady Sanborn. So we can mix up who's carrying the ball by the fact that all 4 of them are capable of toting the football for us.
DeYoung, about 1,400 rushing yards, about $126 a game. Krieger, over 1,000 rushing yards, about 97 a game. So any capable back, as you mentioned here. What's the concerns, Coach, that you have with Shiocton coming up on Friday night?
They're one of the bigger Division 7 schools playing this in D7 this year. I think their enrollment's 213. Ours is 99 or 97, something like that. So they're more than twice as big as us. They have a very big and stout offensive and defensive line. They're quick. They play in a conference that consists mainly of Division 5 and 6 teams. So they're used to playing in a tough game. They're used to having to bring it every Friday night.
What do they like to do that you see on tape, Coach, Shiocton?
Well, they've got a great off-tackle attack with their running back. And they couple that with a very mobile and heads-up quarterback, and his scrambling will hurt you. He can extend their passing plays. We've seen them on several scouting tapes that we have on them where it looks like he's stopped, and yet he'll scramble from one sideline to the other, and the receivers break off their patterns and run with him. So they're able to extend plays, which kind of worries us.
Talking with Jim Bilesma for the Hilltoppers as the Hilltoppers get set to host Shiocton, a Level 3 playoff matchup in Division 7. Very important, Jim, to have this game at home, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We felt very fortunate to have this at home. No, for one thing, we won't miss the hour-and-a-half bus ride or almost 2-hour bus ride it would have taken to get to Shiocton. So that always helps at this level. And plus, our community has been so supportive of us this year. People going out of their way to do things for the team and to cheer us on and support us. So that means a lot when you're playing in front of the home fans and when the home fans appreciate you so much.
Any injuries for the Hilltoppers, Jim, coming into the big matchup on Friday night?
No, and knocking on wood as I say that.
Very good.
We've been relatively injury-free this year. This time of year, everybody's got some nicks and some dings and some bruises, and overall, you're a little bit wore down. But in terms of Injuries, no, we've been doing pretty well this year.
Jim Bilesma, the head coach of the Hilltoppers. Jim, we look forward to having the game on the video stream for people to watch free of charge at our website. We encourage them to come to the game, but if they can't, we'll pass our video link along here, and we look forward to hopefully chatting next week, okay?
All right. I'm hoping we're talking next week, too. So.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
This is our pregame show. It continues next on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Marshview Veterinary Clinic is a proud supporter of the student athletes of the Randolph Rockets. The team at Marshview is happily accepting new patients for wellness and surgery. We're also pleased to offer emergency and urgent care services for pets throughout the community. Dr. Jeff Hookstead, Dr. Jackie McIntyre, Dr. Colby McIntyre, and the friendly staff at Marshview look forward to seeing you and your four-legged companions. Go Rockets!
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Most of us plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324-5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Markesan, Randolph, and Waupun.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Markesan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Markesan and Fox Lake.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Markesan, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
If you ask a community member what comes to mind when they think of Farmers and Merchant Union Bank, chances are they'll say it's their commitment to their community, and that's why they're proud to cheer on their Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers team. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank has been proud to offer the latest in banking technology and great customer service for generations. Check them out today at fmub.bank or stop in at one of their 6 convenient locations and go Hilltoppers. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Cambria-Friesland. This is Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports, getting ready for this Level 3 in Division 7 football playoff between the number 1 ranked Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers taking on number 2 in this side of the bracket, Shiocton Chiefs. This is the Home and Auto Sales pregame show. Can't unfortunately see the score booth for our scoreboard where I'm at, but I do want to give a shout out, and I'll continue to try and peek over there and make sure I can see what's going on. Our New Medical Center scoreboard sponsor. And right now it says on that scoreboard 10 minutes and 3 seconds before we're going to get ready here for the national anthem and the announcement of the players for each of the teams. Let's talk a little bit about that visiting Shiocton Chiefs. Once again, record is 9-2. Two of those two losses, one comes to a non-conference opponent in Stratford, and the other one is their only loss in conference was to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. And you heard Coach Bilesma talk about that Shiocton plays in the CWC large, so they're playing a lot larger schools than you would typically see here in Division 7. They do have an enrollment of 213 approximately, so one of the bigger schools in Division 7 taking on one of the smaller schools in Division 7 in Cambria-Friesland. Let's take a look at this so far in the playoffs. Shiocton took on Lourdes Academy, which is a common opponent that these two teams have, and they beat Lourdes Academy in level 1 42-0. As I mentioned before, their defense has yet to give up any points. Compare that to back all the way in September 2nd when Cambria-Friesland took on Lourdes Academy and they beat them 28-7. So there's your common opponent, but there's a lot of time that's taken place between those two teams having actually faced off in Cambria-Friesland. Level 2, the Chiefs took on the returning state champs, Reedsville, and they beat Reedsville 21-0. So far in the playoffs, 63 points and none given up by that defense for Shiocton. Look at their leading rushers. I mentioned a little bit before for Shiocton Chiefs, their number one rusher is number 28, Cade Stingle. He's got 163 carries for 1,080 yards, 6.6 yards per carry, about 98 per game, 16 touchdowns, no fumbles. Second rusher is number 25, Dion Helzer, 75 carries, 230 yards total. That's 3.1, 23 yards per game, 5 touchdowns. And then their third rusher is that QB that Coach Bilesma was talking about. Does a good job of scrambling and extending plays. Doesn't run it a lot. 47 carries. And for those who follow stats, remember the QB gets nailed for any sacks that take place. Those count as a carry for him. He's got 96 total yards. That's 2 yards per carry, 9 per game, and he's got 1 touchdown rushing. Going to his passing attack, though, that's where you get to see the outstanding athletic ability of Dawson Schmidt, number 12. 147 completions on 240 attempts, 61%, 1,578 yards total, 6.6 yards per attempt, 143 yards per game. So a pretty balanced offensive attack. 15 touchdowns for Schmidt, 11 interceptions. And his number one leading receiver is number 18, Dylan Herb. He's got 53 receptions, 456 yards, 8.6 yards per catch. At 41 yards per game, he's got 7 touchdowns. The next receiver for Shiocton Chiefs is number 1, Bennett Schmidt, 35 receptions, 681 yards total. So he's got more yards than Herb. 19.5 yards per catch, 68 yards per game, and 4 touchdowns. And then 28, the running back that we talked about before, Cade Stingle, he's got 22 receptions for 187 yards, 8.5 yards per catch, 23 yards per game, and 4 touchdowns. You also have to take a look at number 17, Cody Young. He's also got 20 receptions on the season for the Shiocton Chiefs. Let's turn it over now and let's take a look at the Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. Undefeated, 11-0 so far on the season. Again, that common opponent that we talked about was Lourdes Academy. Level 1, Cambria-Friesland took on a really tough Hilbert team and was able to beat Hilbert 20-14 here at home. Level 2, they took on Johnson Creek, and again, they beat Johnson Creek, a rival in Trailways Conference play. I think it's Trailways, you got to think about that. I think this might be East. I'm not quite sure on which Trailways Conference it is. They're split up into 3 different ones. Anyways, they beat Johnson Creek 26-23. In the regular season, they played at Johnson Creek and beat them 28-22. So you're looking at pretty consistent offense here by the Hilltoppers. The best rusher on the team is number 24, Isaac DeYoung, 243 carries, 1,392 yards, almost 1,400 yards rushing, 5.7 yards per carry, Comes out to about 127 per game. He's got 18 touchdowns and 3 fumbles. Sitting right next to number 24, Isaac DeYoung, is number 14, Trevor Krieger. He's got 140 carries for 1,067 yards. So he's got a better yards per carry at 7.6, 97 yards per game. 13 touchdowns and 3 fumbles. And the 3-headed monster, number 23, Carter Drews, who is also the leading passer of the team, he's got 97 carries for 507 yards, 5.2 per carry, 46.1 yards per game, 1 touchdown, 2 fumbles. So taking a look at that information there, you can see that they've got an outstanding ground attack. And in a rainstorm, so I would just say it's lightly sprinkling now. It's been going off and on here at Cambria-Friesland, but right now it's been lightly drizzling. Those 3 rushers are going to be huge for Cambria-Friesland. Leading passer is number 23, Carter Drews, 22 receptions on 41 attempts, 53.7% completion, 445 yards. That's 10.9 yards per attempt. He only has 41 yards per game, 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. He throws the ball to number 5, Drake Bermania. He's got 10 receptions for 235 yards, 23.5 yards per catch, 29 yards per game, and 2 touchdowns. And the next receiver is number 21, Brady Sanborn, with 11 receptions, 159 yards, 14.5 yards per catch, 22 yards per game, and 1 touchdown. As we're getting ready here for kickoff, it looks like the rain is letting up here a little bit. Been focused on the huddle over there of Cambria-Friesland as they're getting ready here. Trying to see if I can see the scoreboard. 2:55 is on our New Medical Center scoreboard. This has been the Holman Auto Sales pregame show. New Medical Integrated Healthcare Injury Report. Call New Medical Integrated Healthcare of Waupun at 920-249-8757. That's 920-249-8757. As you heard in the pregame interview with Coach Bilesma, no injuries to report for the Hilltoppers. And I was watching here as Shiocton has been warming up. I don't see any players that are on the bench that are just wearing their jerseys, so it doesn't look like there's any injuries to report there, which is not a surprise because you cannot afford to have major injuries at this time of the season and still be successful. Got a little bit of information also from WIS Sports that talked about this Division 7 bracket. Again, we've got 1 versus 2 on this side, and they talked about who has the toughest road so far, and that was Cambria-Friesland, as they've won every one of their games by 1 score so far in beating Hilbert, which was an 8th seed. And then they had the Trailways Conference rematch, as I mentioned before, against Johnson Creek. So WIS Sports is saying they've got the toughest road so far. They're calling it a Cinderella team in this Division 7 bracket. It's going to be the 3rd-seeded Bangor because they're the number 3 seed. Everybody else that's still alive is still a 1 seed or a 2 seed. So they really gave that Cinderella, although Bangor certainly is not really a Cinderella since they've had state titles in 2015 and 2017 to go along with 3 state semifinal runs recently as well. The most impressive team from WIS Sports, that's the Shiocton Chiefs. They lost 3 league games in CWC Large, it says. Well, I didn't see 3, I only saw 2. But still earned a 2 seed in the playoffs after the retroactive forfeit by Amherst. And they dropped down to Division 7, and they're looking pretty good. They've yet to allow a point. We talked about that as well. Shutting out the Lord's high-flying passing attack. And then also beating the defending state champion Reedsville. Other matchups. So let's just take a look today at what they've got listed here for this matchup. Shiocton, 9-2. At number 1, Cambria-Friesland, 11-0. It's been a tale of 2 playoff runs for these teams. The top-seeded Cambria-Friesland has had to survive a pair of 1-score games, while Shiocton has shut out Lord's Academy and defending champion Reedsville in back-to-back weeks. Cambria-Friesland is looking for its first state semifinals trip since winning it all in 2022. While Shiocton is looking to get back to the semifinals for the first time since 2013. The pick by WISports, Shiocton. We'll see if that comes true here. Cambria-Friesland, as we get ready here for the national anthem, we'll be back with the starting lineups. This is Jeff Sauer for RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Holman family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Holman.
Welcome to Terra Max territory. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one innovative tool from Great Plains. The Terra Max is a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of field conditions. Learn more about hybrid tillage and the new Terra Max at www.greatplainsag.com or by visiting Waupun Equipment Company, your local Great Plains dealer. This is Terra Max territory. Waupun Equipment Company.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Les. I've suffered with a bad right knee for 30 years or 40 years. Actually had a knee replacement scheduled, and I looked into this, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. My knee now, 3 months later, is almost like new. I can run up and down stairs. I can sit at a gym watching a basketball game. Really, really happy and pleased with the results. I plan on strongly recommending this to, and I have been recommending this to friends and family who have had joint issues, shoulders, backs, and knees.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Get to the Dump in Cambria for excellent food, a great atmosphere, and friendly staff. Their menu is packed with a large selection of appetizers, sandwiches, wings, salads, and above all, their famous burgers. Don't forget to ask about the Dump's Burger of the Month, and you've got to try their award-winning Friday Fish Fry. For more information, follow The Dump on Facebook. Looking to join an awesome team? The Dump in Cambria is now hiring. Stop in for more information. 1105 West Edgewater Street, Cambria.
How do you make the most of your land? The Mosers do it with their John Deere Gator XUV 590M. That's how they
Cram a lot of the work in each day.
And with a 900-pound payload capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Ballwig Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun, and Ballwig Turf and Leisure North Spring Street Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz.
If you ask a community member what comes to mind when they think of Farmers and Merchant Union Bank, chances are they'll say it's their commitment to their community, and that's why they're proud to cheer on their Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers team. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank has been proud to offer the latest in banking technology and great customer service for generations. Check them out today at fmub.bank or stop in one of their 6 convenient locations and go Hilltoppers. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back here to Cambria-Friesland as we're getting ready here for kickoff. Division 7 and Level 3 action here on RP Sports. Just letting you know, once again, this is Jeff Sauer. I'm carrying this baby by myself tonight, so we're going to see how well we can do. I try to keep track of the stats, but that really is secondary to making sure that I can get the video stream. And what I try and do is just give a little bit of a report at halftime with what I'm able to figure out. This is the second time I've been to this field. Again, and there's not many hash marks. There isn't anything listed here on the field. The field looks fantastic, by the way, for as much rain. Beautiful dome here. A lot of the rain looks like it has run off. And right now, it's just a light mist. And the Shiocton Chiefs will be kicking off. And they decided that they were going to introduce their seniors, which is what they did. So here for Cambria-Friesland's going to start right to left here on your computer screen. Wherever you're watching, let people know that they can get in here. I also like for people to put stuff in the chat, so if you just would minimize your screens, go to the chat. The boys go back and watch these games over and over, and I like to give a shout out to those people who are able to put information in the chat. I'll go back and check it every once in a while. And here we are for kickoff, and it's coming down, picked up there, coming to the left side of the field, trying to turn it up, and a good job there, but doing it, fighting for yardage, getting out to the 25-yard line is Krieger, number 14, Trevor Krieger on the return, and a good tackle there. It looked like that was number 55, I thought that was Zach Flannery, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get that. So my first focus, obviously, it will be on the offensive side to try and get those stats. Again, put stuff in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're cheering for. If you got people who can't be here because of whatever, the weather or the distance, let them know they can be watching this game live. First offensive play, inside handoff in the defense from the Shiocton Chiefs. Swarms. Trying to see who that was that had that carry. Number 23 on the carry for Cambria-Friesland. Looks like he's going to lose 2 on that carry. That's going to be Carter Drews. And a whole host of Shiocton Chiefs were there. Cambria-Friesland is not looking to go fast. They are going to just grind this thing out as much as they can, and on weather like this today, it should be a good offense. Going to the right-hand side this time, trying to turn the corner. It's got the edge, turning it up, moving up the field, and getting out to about the 28-yard line for Cambria.
Krieger picks up about 4 yards.
It's Krieger. So number 14, Trevor Krieger, picks up about 5 yards, makes it 3rd down and 7. Maybe 3rd down and 8. Trying to get to the edge. Again, the Shiocton Chiefs have yet to give up a point here in WIAA football action. Listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. Normally I zoom in a little bit more, but being a solo person here, it's a little bit more of a challenge to do so. This time going back to make a pass. Number 23 throws it, gets it there, makes the catch. Not sure if he's got the first down. He certainly does. Out to the 40-yard line. Good passing play there. Just about to the 40, out to the 39, so about a 10-yard completion. So good pass play there by Cambria. Right up the gut this time. Finds a seam, getting there, carrying tacklers, and coming out all the way out to the 45-yard line. Let's make it out to the 46. I believe that was Drews again on that carry. So I gave credit to. I didn't see it there, so hopefully I can pick it up here when I'm looking on my screen. I guess it went a little blurry as I swung it. Back it out. Coming at it again, straight ahead. That's number 14. It's going to pick up almost 5 yards. Just a little bit short. It's going to pick up 3 yards.
Tackled by Jennerjohn.
So again, I didn't pick up who that was. I thought that was Krieger that heads over to that side, usually picking up unless they're going to run a counter coming back, which I haven't seen yet. Straight ahead, hammering it, trying to get there. And stop there for a second, and now we're going to see if they're going to have him stopped right here at the 49-yard line. See if they're going to give him enough of a placement. They place it down. They're going to look. Moved it back a little bit, so they're going to see if they're going to give him the first down or nope. They're going to call a timeout here on the New Medical Center scoreboard. Timeout here for a measurement here on 3rd down with 8:51 left here in the first quarter. Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. Let's see if we can get zoomed in here and see if we can see the sticks with that measurement. Good hard running there again by Trevor Krieger. Stretching out those chains. Trying to see what it is. Just a little short, it looks like. Oh, they're measuring. They're trying to see. First down for Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. Keeping the ball rolling here again. This is exactly what they want to do. They want to eat up time. They want their offense just to get first downs and keep moving the ball up and down the field. Maintain control. You heard Coach Bilesma talk about how this is such a offensive line that's got seniors all the way across the board. And it's so rare to have that. And with that, you have a great opportunity here. So power to one side. Coming back the other way, trying to catch him off guard and only picking up 2 yards for Cambria-Friesland. It's going to be number 23.
Gains about a yard.
1 yard they're going to give him on the carry. Tackle there by Herb for Shiocton. Pachoki is what I was told that's how you pronounce it. Number 72 also in on the tackle for Shiocton. 2nd down and 9. Dropping back again to throw. Number 23. He's going to go deep. He's got it wide behind. He's going to make a connection all the way down. And scoring first is going to be Cambria-Friesland. Scoring into the end zone. Throwing it all the way down. On the reception. See if I can pick up that number. Number 5. Bermania, Drake Bermania on the reception. That's his 2nd reception, this time for 49 yards. And a touchdown for the Hilltoppers of Cambria-Friesland. They strike first in their first possession, going for the extra point. So they already have 59 yards through the air. That's typically what they've been getting in a game. Going to go for 2 right off the bat. Following, number 14 tries to find a seam. That's going to be Trevor Krieger. I don't see any hands going up. And it looks like he stopped short. So on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard, the Hilltoppers of Cambria-Friesland 6 and Shiocton getting ready for their first offensive possession. This is Jeff Sauer here on the Radio Plus.
How do you make the most of your land? The Mosers do it with their John Deere Gator XUV 590M. That's how they
Cram a lot of the work in each day.
And with a 900-pound payload capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Baldwin Implement, Highway 68 West, Waupun, and Baldwin Turf and Leisure, North Spring Street, Beaver Dam, and online at baldwin.biz. Open 8 to 6 weekdays and 8 to 3 Saturday.
Welcome back here to Cambria-Friesland. Once again, just letting you know, go ahead and put that information in the YouTube chat. Minimize your screen from the full size and put some information in the chat. Tell me where you're watching from. Kind of looks like it's just a mist right now here at Cambria. So if you are in the area and you want to swing out here for the game, please do so. And I'm hoping our new sponsor, The Dump, has got this thing out there also on television. A huge screen there, hopefully, here for the live stream. Number 22 is going to kick.
Kicking off is Rodriguez.
Sorry about that. That's Rodriguez, Oscar 27. Picked up there at the 30, trying to get around the outside is number 17 for Shiocton. It's going to go out of bounds, looking to see where they place it. Looks like it's going to be put at about the 37-yard line, and that's where number 17, Cody Young, takes it. And the Shiocton Chiefs are going to start with their possession right there at about the 36-yard line, somewhere in there. So now we're going to see Shiocton's offense. That's the first points the Shiocton Chiefs defense have given up all playoffs. And the Cambria-Friesland did a fantastic job spreading them out. Here comes the spread, looking to throw, stepping up. It's going to be the QB, spins, makes a couple of moves. That's going to be number 12, Dawson Schmidt. Picks up about 5 yards on that carry. So Schmidt with a 5-yard. We're going to give them they moved it back a little bit. We'll give them a 4-yard gain. Heimel with the tackle, number 54 for Cambria. I do have a replay feature every once in a while, and I'm not real happy with it. They changed it on me at the beginning of this season. They had a nice widget that worked. Spread again, throwing it out here on a little bubble, trying to pick up a couple of yards, and breaking it, and looks like he picks up almost 10 as number 1, Bennett Schmidt. From number 12. That's about 10 yards. We'll give him 9 on that as they're going to move it back to the 50-yard line, so right at the 50. And Shiocton with a first down. The spread offense looks pretty effective so far. You kind of would have thought with the rain that they would have had a little bit of a challenge here with the ball, but must have been done quite a bit of practice with it maybe. So kind of in the pistol setup here. This time gives it to the back, and nowhere. Tackled in the backfield for a 2-yard loss is going to be number 28.
Single loses about a yard.
Going to give him only 1 yard on that. Looks like about 2 to me, so I'm going to give him a 2-yard loss for number 28. Sorry about that. Cade Stengel. This time again, spread with trips out to the left. Pistol formation with the running back. Going in motion, getting out to the flats. Here comes the pressure, thrown over the middle, and knocked down there. Great defensive play there by Cambria-Friesland. Knocking it away from number 1. Trying to see who knocked that away. It looked like that's number 5 for Cambria. Drake Bermania knocking it away. Brings up 3rd down and 12 here on the New Medical Center scoreboard. Trying to see the time here. 6:01. Got to step off to the side to pick that up. Spread this time, no back. Trips out here to the right, more of a 2 slot. Rolling. Getting pressure in there, trying to get in there. Good job. He sets it up, sets some time. Comes back the other way, has a little bit of room as he's running. Looks downfield, fires the ball. Picked off by Cambria-Friesland at the 30-yard line for Cambria. Turnover. Great play there. I have to see if I got that instant replay set up or not.
Intercepted by DeYoung.
Excuse me. I didn't pick it up soon enough. DeYoung on the interception, read it all the way, and Cambria is going to start. I'll take that back. It was their 34-yard line for an interception. Cambria coming back again with their power, running, trying to get wide, cutting it up, trying to find a little bit of room. Gets to the outside edge and gets knocked down after picking up. We're going to see where they're going to place it. A good hard run there. Didn't see exactly who that was. Sorry, I kind of didn't swing.
Krieger with a gain of 7 yards.
Krieger with a gain of 7. Knocked out at about the 42. Cambria, nice job there, trying to get to the edge, gets to the edge and gains 7 yards on that. 2nd down here and 3. Coming back the other way, comes back inside. Hard run again and diving forward.
DeYoung picks up the first down.
Is DeYoung. And we got an injury here. So I'm trying to see what DeYoung's number is here. I don't quite have it. Oh, number 24, Isaac DeYoung. Picks up 4 yards, and we have an injury to number 72 for Shiocton. That's going to be one of their seniors, Davin Pachoki. Comes off to the side. Looks like he's kind of holding his face mask, so I don't know if they'll go into a concussion protocol or if he just got some mud or something, but we'll see. That's going to hurt Shiocton. Good job again here by the offense of Cambria-Friesland. The ball is at just in front of the 45-yard line, continuing with their power offense. This time they spread out a receiver and a scat, or a slot, is what they call it now, coming in motion and keeping it, getting up after spreading out the linebackers, picks up 4 yards. It's going to be number 23, Trevor Krieger, or my fault, number 3, Carter Drews.
With a gain of 3 yards. Tackled by Dylan Hurst.
I'm going to give him 4 yards on that carry. Looks like about 4 to me. 2nd down and 6. Maybe it's a long 6, a short 7. This offensive line so far has done a good job of moving the Shiocton line and then finding those little gaps. Coming in motion, number 14. They're looking to pitch. They do. They get it to the outside edge, turning it up and running hard and getting almost up to the 1st down. We'll see where they're going to mark him out of bounds. So they're going to look all the way across the field. They're going to give him a 1st down, so picking up 7 was number 14, Trevor Krieger. And the Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers just pounding the ball, maintaining control. Doing a good job here of working in tight. Coming back right up the middle, looking for some room. It's number 14 again, Krieger, finds a little bit of room and dives forward. And it's going to pick up a good 6 yards.
Picks up about 6 yards.
Well, they're going to say that was DeYoung, number 24. Can't tell the difference here.
Tackled by Hurst.
Picks up 6 yards. Makes it 2nd down and 4. And Cambria is just continuing to control the ball, controlling the clock here. I got to make sure I can take a look here every once in a while. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left here on the New Medical Center scoreboard. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth, trying to find a little bit of room, squirting forward. See where they're going to mark that. Can't see if that's 24 or 23. I'll be able to pick those up here eventually. So they're going to mark it.
DeYoung was the ball carrier.
So that was going to be number 24, Isaac DeYoung on the carry. And he gets down to the 35-yard line. So he's going to pick up 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for Cambria. Moving the ball. That senior-driven line doing a good job there of blowing up holes. Getting tight, all kinds of power inside. Coming in, looking, and finding enough room to squirt for the 1st down, and then some. It's going to be number 24 picking up the 1st down. Picks up 4 yards. About 3 yards and a 1st down. And Cambria is going to continue to move that ball. I want to say hello to all those 113 viewers who are out there watching this game. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Again, I'd love you to put some stuff in the chat. Just tell me what you're seeing here. Is there something I'm mispronouncing here? One-man show, but I'd love to give some shout-outs to these kids. After they go back and watch this game, they want to see what's been said about them. This is their chance for a little bit of high school glory. Power once again. They're going to run that option. Running it, number 23 tries, holds on to the ball. That's going to be Carter Drews. Stays in bounds, so the clock is going to keep running. We're going to see what they're going to give him. Drews picks up about 3 yards. And that's going to make it 2nd down and 7. Tackled by Carlson for Shiocton. Just straight power here from Cambria, and you don't blame them. I mean, these backs run hard again, almost 3,000 yards rushing. Direct snap, trying to get to the outside edge, does. Stiff arm, turns it up, makes a good hard run, and picking up 10 plus. It's going to be number 24, Isaac DeYoung. See where they're going to put it here, but I think he picked up a good 10 yards as they're going to place it right about. This isn't a good angle for me to see it, so I'll see if I can pick it up here on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. 1:02 was the clock. They should have started it after the ball was placed unless they took a timeout. Coming back with it. Who had him jump there for a second. 1st and 10, sneaking on that outer edge. Linebacker comes in this time and crunches. Hits with a shoulder.
DeYoung with a gain of 4 yards.
DeYoung picking up 4. Doing a nice job here, just methodically moving the ball down the field. Nothing special here for Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers, relying on that senior line just to pound and grind. And this has got to be a shock here for Shiocton. They haven't given up any points here. And now you got Cambria-Friesland just ramming the ball down their throat. 1 wide receiver out to the right. 2 wide receivers coming in motion again. This time keeping it is number 23. That's going to be Carter Drews. And I think he's going to be stopped for no gain. And there's that Shiocton defense stepping up.
Drews stop for no gain.
Makes it 3rd down and 7. Kate Stingle on the tackle. That's going to do it here for the first quarter. Cambria-Friesland moving the ball up and down after the interception by Shiocton. We're going to step away here from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. We'll be back for the second quarter.
Get to the Dump in Cambria for excellent food, a great atmosphere, and friendly staff. Their menu is packed with a large selection of appetizers, sandwiches, wings, salads, and above all, their famous burgers. Don't forget to ask about the Dump's Burger of the Month, and you've got to try their award-winning Friday Fish Fry. For more information, follow The Dump on Facebook. Looking to join an awesome team? The Dump in Cambria is now hiring. Stop in for more information. 1105 West Edgewater Street, Cambria.
If you ask a community member what comes to mind when they think of Farmers and Merchant Union Bank, chances are they'll say it's their commitment to their community, and that's why they're proud to cheer on their Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers team. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank has been proud to offer the latest in banking technology and great customer service for generations. Check them out today at fmub.bank or stop in at one of their 6 convenient locations and go Hilltoppers. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Cambria-Friesland as we're here in the start of the second quarter. 6-0 here for the Hilltoppers. Trying to get that camera to focus a little bit better here so you can see what's going on. Moving the ball. Keeps it. Looking for a pass. Floats it to the far end zone. Does he catch it? Can't see. No, they say incomplete. That was a good toss to the corner. So it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like about 7 yards on that incompletion. As Carter Drews tried to throw it up there to the corner, I couldn't see who. It's tossed over there towards Sanborn, so I'm trying to see what number that is. That looks like that's number 21. So it was an incompletion to 21. Cambria now here 4th down. With the ball sitting, arm is up, so you got 10 seconds to make the play. They were a little bit late getting it in. Wide receivers up. Can see the back judge waving the hand. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Bilesma. We'll step aside with him as well. This is Jeff Sauer here from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. We'll be back after this message from New Medical Center.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Mary, and I was treated at the New Medical Center for knee pain. I couldn't walk long distances, stand up from a chair easily, or do stairs well. Now I can do all of these things and walk 2 miles.
Hi, my name is Linda. I was treated at the New Medical Center for pain in both of my knees, and it has made a huge difference. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I couldn't get up and down easily off the floor after playing with my grandkids. Getting up off the couch at night was difficult. Now I can do all of that. Right now I have no pain in my knees.
Sorry about that. Didn't have that up, so apologize. That pass was incomplete, and Cambria turns it over on downs as Shiocton now takes over offense. Inside handoff. Good hard run there. There's going to be a flag. It looks like there might be a hold that's out there. That looked like that was number 28, Cade Stengel. And it's going to be holding on Shiocton after a huge gain on that run. They're going to move them back. A holding play is what was called. Once again, you're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports, broadcasting Level 3 in Division 7. So they're going to move them back from the spot of the foul, it looks like. So it's going to be first down and kind of looks like 16 to me from here. So Shiocton running their spread offense. Coming back, trying to get out wide, trying to turn the edge, does. Good job there by Stengel, turns it up, and he's going to pick up almost all that 16 yards. Going to see where they're going to place it.
Stengel with the ball carrier.
Gets to that outside edge, picks up 15 yards on that carry, brings it second down and 1. Bennett Schmidt comes in with the play. More of a traditional, I call it a power pistol. Got a running back right straight behind with power to the right side, runs it, gets the inside edge, cuts it back, looking for a lane, has it, coming back towards us, and he picks up the first down and a good tackle there staying with it, but picking up, I believe that's going to be a 10-yard carry for Stengel. And Shiocton's offense now finds a little bit of life on the ground, going with Stengel. 31-yard line for the Chiefs. Good running there by Stengel. Number 28. Back again, I call it. Again, that's that power. Got the running back behind the QB. Power to his right side. Typically a lead blocker coming up the middle. Again, running hard. Runs over a couple of Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. Picks up about 2 yards. Second down and 8.
Stengel picks up about 2 yards.
Could hear Coach yelling across. They're trying to make sure they could shed those blockers and get those tackles. Running over here. It's good to see him. Looking at number 72 for Shiocton. Glad that he's able to hopefully get back in is Davin Pachoki. Looks like he's running well along the sidelines. Back again. Fake in that spread. Doing a cut. Oh, there's a tackle, and they're not going to call it. Incomplete. Wow. Or did he throw the flag? I haven't seen the flag, but that was a great tackle there by the tackle. Number 58 grabbing a hold and throwing him right to the ground at about the 30-yard line. So I didn't see somebody throw the flag. I didn't see it. Going to be 10 yards from there. It was number 58 on the hold. Braden Collar. Just could see it right there as you were looking at it in the camera. Just grabbed him and threw him right to the ground. And that's going to back him up. Being a spot foul, this is going to be second and about 23, it looks like. This shouldn't be an issue, though, for trying to throw it deep. Flutters and gets over the head. Number 34, so 12 tried to get it to number 34 for an incompletion. Brings up 3rd and 23, I believe, is what it should be about. I'm trying to see where they have that placed. They're going to call it 3rd and 20, but it looks like more than maybe it's 3rd and 21. It says 20 on the New Medical Center scoreboard. 9:28 is the time here in the second quarter. Cambria-Friesland ran only one play and then turned it over after having a great drive. Spread offense again, trying to move. Stingle got some pressure coming at him, throws, gets it down to number 24, it looks like. Sorry, I didn't see who caught that ball.
Brings up 4th and about 12.
4th down and 12. Didn't see who made that catch. And I didn't pick it up. They don't give a number. They use the last name here, and I didn't pick it up. Going to punt it away. It's going to hit the ground and roll. Trying to check it up, picking it up is Hilltoppers running to this side, getting the edge, then gets tackled right there. Number 14 for the Hilltoppers, that's going to be Trevor Krieger. Trying to get the edge, picked up a couple, did a good job of getting on the ball, not letting it squirt deeper. So it was spinning there. And now it's time for the Hilltoppers offense to get back at it. 1st down and 10 at the 31-yard line. Hilltoppers again coming out with wide receiver. Trying to go back to the wide side, finding a little bit of a hole and then getting tripped up. Tackled after about a 2-yard gain, maybe 1 for the Hilltoppers.
DeYoung picks up about 2 yards.
It's going to be number 24. 2nd down and 9 for the Hilltoppers. Grabbing the play, running it in. Still trying to pick up who that receiver was. Wonder if that was Baker that they were talking about. We'll see. Coming in motion this way now to the short side. Pitches it. Nothing there. And he's only going to pick up about 1 yard, maybe 2. Picks up 1. Nope. I think that's no gain. 3rd down and 9. As that was Trevor Krieger on the carry. No gain. Running that little pitch to the short side, trying to catch that edge, but unable to do so. There wasn't really that much room to work on this side, and Shiocton did a good job with their linebackers flying to the ball. And this DN, or this cornerback out here, did a great job of holding his position. Wide receivers to the left this time. Rolling, number 23 looks, pitches, gets the outside edge this time, and gets tackled there after only about a 4-yard gain. As the pitch goes to number 24, Isaac DeYoung. Stingle on the tackle. That's going to be about a 3-yard gain. And it's going to be 4th down for the Hilltoppers. They're going to get up in power. 4th down. Then they're going to drop back to punt. Here comes the punt. Kicks it away from the receiver. That's going to hit and roll. And that's going to be a good exchange, getting all the way down to the 25-yard line for the Hilltoppers. And that's where Shiocton Chiefs offense will come back on the field and take over. 1st and 10. See if I can pop up and check that time. 6:57 left here in the first half. 6-0 on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. The Hilltoppers took their first one, drove it all the way down the field. Second one, they had it within the 20, and then ended up turning it over on downs instead of scoring. Coming back now Gives it again. Stengel's going to pick it up on the outside edge. Gets the edge. Cuts it up inside. Running hard is Stengel. Staying up on his feet. And it looks like he's going to pick up about 9 yards on that carry. So having really good luck with their running attack. Struggling a little bit, but they spread out the defense of the Hilltoppers and then just come in there hard with Stengel trying to get to the outside edge. He's got really good speed trying to cut it there, and he's getting good block there by number 25, Dion Helzer. Coming back this other way, cuts it back up again as Stengel, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 45-yard line for the Shiocton Chiefs and picks up another 12 yards on that carry. Brings up first down and 10. Chiefs got the offense rolling. Mason was wondering what the score is. I'll do a better job. It's 6-0, so thanks for putting that in the chat. You got a question? Let them know again where you're cheering from. I can't get a shot of the scoreboard from where I'm announcing from. They built it so it's twisted across the field from me. Running hard this time is number 25. That's going to be Dion Helzer, and he's going to pick up 5. Makes it second down and 5. Shiocton now has the offense running. Coming in with the play is number 1, Bennett Schmidt. Number 12 running everything. That's Dawson Schmidt. Power pistol once again. Snap coming this way as a lead blocker. Stengel looking, cuts it back inside and picks up some huge yards once again and moves down the field. Good run there by Stengel, picking up about 15 yards. Good job there by number 25, Dion Helzer, to kick out block. And coming this direction and running hard again, Stengel with some good speed, finds a little bit of a gap and then runs downhill hard for about 15 yards. Brings up first and 10 again for the Chiefs. Trailing here 6-0. As Cambria moved it right down the field in the first possession. Again, coming back with a power pistol. This time a toss again, getting it out to the outside. Turned in. He's doing his job out there, but cutting it in and running hard. No support coming from the inside. And it looks like another 11 yards for Stengel. Ride that horse. Giving him the ball, letting him move it down. Exactly what Cambria-Friesland did. We're not having much success with their spread offense, but Stengel has just been phenomenal giving the ball to him and letting him run hard. Good blocking up there. They've got him spread out. The DNs or the outside linebackers, depending upon who's got that position there, has got outside contain, has been turning them in after a good block by Helzer. And then just running hard as Stengel. Back again to that power pistol. Going in motion. 2 guys in motion. That should be a flag, and it is. Coming this way is Helzer. He picks up a couple of yards, but that's going to be a penalty here on Shiocton as they had 2 guys in motion. Can't have 2 guys in motion. So we'll see how much that's going to back them up. I don't think that's a spot foul. I think that's going to be from the original line of scrimmage. I believe that's 5, so it's an illegal shift or a little illegal motion. We'll see what they're going to call on it. So you got 2 guys in motion for Shiocton. It's going to back it up. Looks like they're going to say illegal shift, so 2 men in motion, and that's going to back him up 5 yards, I believe. I don't think it was holding. He gave illegal motion. 2 guys in motion at the same time. It's going to be, maybe there's 2 penalties. That's what it was. They had the motion and the holding, so they declined the two motion, and they take the holding to move it to 1st and 20. Back with a power pistol. Coming in motion is number 18. Keeping it and rolling is going to be number 12, QB. He throws it incomplete. It was Dawson Schmidt to Herb, number 18. I think that's who we tried to get it to the last time, too. Now that you mention it, but nothing there. It was incomplete. I'm surprised that they went away from the run and just didn't let Stingle keep riding that great speed that he has and bouncing it to the outside and getting some great blocks. Coming in motion was number 18. That was Dylan Herb, who came in motion as well. 2 wides. That power pistol, and you've got a tight end or a scat or a slot. Gives it to him right up the middle. Runs right past, but a good job this time by the defense of the Hilltoppers. Does pick up about, looks like he picks up about 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be Cade Stingle.
With a gain of about 7 yards.
3rd down and 12. Well, thanks for sharing that out there, Scott. Cade Stingle's definitely fast. He was the state runner-up last spring in the 110 and 300 hurdles. Wow. He's also a triplet. Amazing. Thanks for sharing that. Stingle again trying to get to the outside edge. Turned in. Get a little bit of leg control to get a hold of him. It looks like he may have picked up 1 or 2 yards. There's going to be a flag that's going to be thrown. That one I think is going to be on Cambria, as that's coming from the back judge. We'll have to see if he's going to call this. See what the play is. Stingle picked up about 4 yards on that carry. Let's see what they're going to call. I haven't seen it. So the White Hats are facing away from me, so I have to try and call it personal foul on the Hilltoppers. And that's going to make the ball move for Shiocton. That's going to give them an automatic 1st down on the personal foul. And now Shiocton looking to see if they can punch this inside. Get it in here before the end of the half. Looks like the ball is placed at, I'm going to try and see where they're going to place the ball. Looks like it's at the 10. So it's 1st and goal at the 10 for Shiocton. I'm going to run my camera here a little bit and see if I can make sure I can get a good picture going. So I'm going to miss it. Dropped the ball, falling on top of it was Stingle. Didn't look like they had a good exchange. It's going to end up losing 1 yard. So it's going to make it 2nd down and 11. So I kind of like this with having the wide receiver, Schmidt, be the one that's going to run in and bring in the plays. He comes over and picks it up. Remember when my son was playing in the spread, when he was a sophomore, they used to make the quarterback run over there, and by the time he got back to call the play, didn't have time to even settle himself down, and even though he was in great shape, and as all of these guys are. So, again, thanks for sharing that out there, Scott. Let's go Chiefs from the Joker. Diving in hard is going to be Stingle, and I think he's going to be in. The hands go up, and that is going to be a touchdown for Shiocton. Stingle, once again, picks up the 11 yards and gets the touchdown. That makes a lot of sense to me. The Chiefs, now they're going to go for 1. Kicking is going to be Schmidt. Number 8 is going to be the holder. That's going to be Ty Marks. Long snapper. Trying to pick up who that is. Trying to pick up number. I can't see it. It's a 50-something. I wish I had it. I'm going to zoom that baby out so you can see the kick. Here comes the kick. Looks like drilled easily. So a good field goal kicker in Bennett Schmidt, which they're going to be able to use potentially later on. And here on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard, the Shiocton Chiefs take over the lead 7-6. We're going to step away from one of our sponsors. We'll be back shortly. This is Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
Randolph Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Marquezine, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
Welcome back here to Cambria-Friesland High School.
And number 21. And number 23.
Nice job there by Shiocton Chiefs moving that ball down the field. I don't think they had a pass completion. I didn't have one recorded. They just rode Stingle all the way down. And he did a fantastic job. Overcame 2 penalties. Got help with a 15-yard penalty, a personal foul, and they made him pay. That's going to hit the water. Skip picked up over there. Not water, but off of the wet turf. Running hard, getting a huge return back is going to be Drews, I believe is what he said. Number 23, Carter Drews. I think they said running hard, so if I missed that, I apologize for that. Again, a single person operating tonight, doing the announcing and running the camera and trying to keep stats. Cambria-Friesland's going to take over at the 40-yard line, so kind of a short field here if they can get their offense rolling. Shiocton's defense kind of fluttered a little bit in the first quarter, but they came back and did a great job in that second quarter of stopping Cambria. Coming back with it. Got the 2 backs. Pops it, gets it over to number 14. He turns it up with a little bit of speed. Picks up about 5, I think. We'll see where they're going to put it. Picked up 4 is Krieger. 7-6 is on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. 150 left here in the first quarter, so I'll do a better job of making sure I announce where we're at. Again, normally I have a camera pointing right at it, but we're announcing from the old scoreboard box. You can see the new one across the way, and the scoreboard points right at them, so I can't get a decent angle here to get the scoreboard. So I try and make sure that on that New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard, try and give that to you a little bit more often. Just not used to it. 2nd down and 6. Hilltoppers, once again, number 23 this time, running hard, turns it up, and it's going to pick up. It's going to be number 23, Carter Drews on the carry. And it looks like he's going to pick up about 2, making it 3rd down and 6 for the Hilltoppers. Trying to move this ball in here before the end of the half and try and get the score to take the lead. Surprised they're taking this much time and letting that clock run, unless he went out of bounds. I couldn't see if he did or not. Nope, the clock is running. Once again, power, everybody's tight. Rolling, he's got him wide open once again. Tries to hit it off the hands. He had it just a little bit deep. Just missing number 5, Drake Bermania. Thought he had it. It was a great pass play, but it's going to be incomplete, and now it's going to be 4th down for Cambria. Bermania had the touchdown, a 49-yard touchdown play. Going to set up again here in power. Then they typically from here, they drop the punter back. So we'll see if I can widen out the shot. Tried to get a hand on it. Doesn't get as good a punt as they did last time. It's going to roll and picked up there. And it will stop on the recovery at about the 32-yard line where the Chiefs are going to take over. 1st down and 10 with 1:06 left on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Taking a look, there's a question about the clock was still running, which, this happens when you've got see if they're going to reset it. They'll probably have to talk to some of the coaches to see if they can share information up there. I don't know that Cambria even has a coaching staff up there. So they're going to see if they can talk to somebody maybe on the sidelines to let their coaches know. Ready for play. I can't see this clock, so I'm not sure. Snap. Goes to number over the head of, sorry, that was number 12, Dawson Schmidt, trying to get it out to number 28, Cade Stingle. So instead of having a running play, they tried to hit him on an out. Stopping the clock on the incompletion. 2nd down and 10 here for the Chiefs. Thanks again to all 143 viewers out there, or computers that are logged in. I'm hoping we have a lot more viewers than that watching. Would love for you to put some stuff in there, especially here at halftime. Put it in the chat. Let me know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from. Could be your living room or a nice little place downtown. Stepping up is Dawson. Schmidt throws it, tries to get rid of it, tipped by the defense right here in front of us. I think he caught it, but out of bounds. Schmidt almost got a hold of that. It was Bennett Schmidt going after it after Dawson Schmidt tried to throw it down, getting away, and then stepping out of bounds and not making the completion. It's going to be 3rd down. Let's see what we got for time. 1:04 is left on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. 7-6. Shiocton with the lead over the Hilltoppers. True spread this time with a tight end, more or less, or a little slot. Looking to throw on the out. Gets it over to Stingle. Stingle stays in bounds, then is able to step out. Good job there. Stopping the clock. Picks up 12. So a good pitch and catch there. So I only have that down as the 2nd completion here for Dawson Schmidt, who was over, if I remember correctly, and I think I threw my pages away. I should have kept them, but I think he was over 62% completion. So Cambria has done a good job putting pressure on here. One of the bigger schools, again, in Division 7 is Shiocton, playing against the smallest school in Cambria. Schmidt fires to the outside. Hits over there. I believe it's Stengel once again. Stengel trying to get out of bounds. Does. And I think he picks up another 11. Maybe 12. So Schmidt to Stengel picks up exactly 11 yards. Just past the 1st down. And getting out of bounds and stopping that clock. 51 seconds left on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. The Chiefs trying to move it down and get into scoring position. At least from what I saw, they got a kicker who can kick it. Pressure coming by the Hilltoppers. Rolling with it is Schmidt. Fires downfield and just goes incomplete. And stops the clock once again. 2nd down and 10. For Dawson Schmidt. Does a nice job, and Coach Bilesma had talked about that. As he moves around, is able to keep the play alive. It looked like the Hilltoppers came with blitz pressure, and he was able, coming off of the edge, he was able to roll to the right, keep himself alive. He does a nice job of flipping those hips open, too. So Stengel comes back out here wide, so you got 3 wide receivers. Trying to get around the edge. Tosses it again. That's going to be Stengel once again. I don't know what they're running. Gets a block on the edge. Runs it up, down, and he's going to score. Touchdown for the Chiefs. Good block out there. Stays in bounds. Goes right up the sidelines. Nobody was going to catch him. 40-yard touchdown completion for a touchdown. And taking the lead. Extending their lead, let's put it that way, for the Chiefs. Good job of tightrope in that, right on that sideline. Picked up a good block by his wide receiver down there. I'm not sure who that was. Extra point attempt. Bennett Schmidt once again trying to kick the extra point here. Going to be held by Ty Marks. Didn't pick up the snapper once again. I got to see if I can pick him up here. Give credit because that's a wet ball. Oops, that one goes off of the toe, slips, and does not get it. But keeps the score now at 13-6 here with 32 seconds left on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. We're going to step away for 30 seconds, and we'll be back for the kickoff. This is Jeff Sauer here for RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Welcome back here to Cambria-Friesland. Shiocton just put 6 on the board on a good run. So they've hit Stingle on that same pass. It's just an out. Plants the feet and hard cut to the outside. He catches it and has enough room to make a move. It was about probably a 10-yard, maybe a 12-yard out. And he takes it, gets a good block. I didn't see who picked it up there as a receiver. Tight ropes along the outside is Stingle and scores. That one's going to be kicked deep, fielded in the air by Cambria. Coming up and running hard with it, trying to get up the field again with a nice job. There's going to be a flag thrown. I think it's going to be a holding potentially. We'll see what the call is. Couldn't see it. I just saw the flag come flying in. We'll see if I can pick up what the white hat's going to give us as a call here. See if I can zoom in a little bit on him so I can see it when he gives the signal. Again, he's got his back to me, so it's kind of hard. So I'm kind of guessing what he's showing. Rain is coming down harder now here at Cambria. It's going to be on the return team. So they're going to pick up an extra 5, I'm guessing. Didn't see exactly what the call was, but it looks like it must have been a block in the back or a personal foul or something. It's all the way to the 45 for Cambria. So they have an opportunity here maybe to tie this thing up with 24 seconds left. They've been most successful pounding it, although they did have 2 big pass plays on that first drive. Their first score, and their only score, I should say, was a 49-yard touchdown pass. Cambria now with 24 seconds left on the New Medical Center Integrated scoreboard. Taken from behind, trying to scramble and sucked by that Shiocton defense. It's going to be number 23, Carter Drews, sacked. Loses 5 yards. And I think they're just going to let that clock run out. Nope, they take a timeout. 10 seconds ran off the clock. 14 seconds still left. Timeout, I believe, to the Hilltoppers. We'll stay right here. I know it was a timeout, but we'll see if they're going to take the full minute. So coach is trying to get out there, get his defense all gathered together. See if what we've got here for trying to get some of these stats. Again, they're completely unofficial. There's nothing official here. So 2 for 5 I have for number 23, Carter Drews. And 2 receptions are both to number 5 for a total of 59 yards and a touchdown. Hilltoppers take another timeout after seeing what setup was there. And I believe that is their 3rd and final timeout. I believe they had one earlier. It's showing that they still have 1 left. I thought they took one down here at this other end, but I guess I must have missed that. Maybe it was just an incompletion that stopped the clock. Let's see what we got here for Dawson Schmidt. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 attempts. 1, 2, 3, 4 completions, so he's down to 40%. 1 interception and 1 touchdown. And that touchdown, he's got Stingle with 3 completions. Here we go. Fumbled on the ground, picked up, trying to get to the outside edge, and a good job there again by the defense to come in hard. And another 2-yard loss on the snap as DeYoung, number 24, he's going to lose 2 yards. And I think they're going to let the clock keep running. And it is, and we are at halftime. Your score here at halftime, 13 for the visiting Shiocton Chiefs and 6 for the home Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. Hilltoppers heading into their little shed dressing room that they have over on the end of the field. A good rain coming down now. I'm going to step aside here for about 3 minutes and I'll come back. Give me a chance to tally up some of these unofficial numbers that I have here for statistics here in the first half. Jeff Sauer here for RP Sports.
If you ask a community member what comes to mind when they think of Farmers and Merchant Union Bank, chances are they'll say it's their commitment to their community, and that's why they're proud to cheer on their Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers team. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank has been proud to offer the latest in banking technology and great customer service for generations. Check them out today at fmub.bank or stop in at one of their 6 convenient locations and go Hilltoppers. Farmers and Merchant Union Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Welcome to Terra Max territory. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one innovative tool from Great Plains. The Terra Max is a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of field conditions. Learn more about hybrid tillage and the new Terra Max at www.greatplainsag.com or by visiting Waupun Equipment Company, your local Great Plains dealer. This is Terra Max territory. Waupun Equipment Company.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Les. I've suffered with a bad right knee for 30 years or 40 years. Actually had a knee replacement scheduled, and I looked into this, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. My knee now, 3 months later, is almost like new. I can run up and down stairs. I can sit at a gym watching a basketball game. Really, really happy and pleased with the results. Plan on strongly recommending this to, and I have been recommending this to friends and family who have had joint issues, shoulders, backs, and knees.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Get to the Dump in Cambria for excellent food, a great atmosphere, and friendly staff. Their menu is packed with a large selection of appetizers, sandwiches, wings, salads, and above all, their famous burgers. Don't forget to ask about the Dump's Burger of the Month, and you've got to try their award-winning Friday Fish Fry. For more information, follow The Dump on Facebook. Looking to join an awesome team? The Dump in Cambria is now hiring. Stop in for more information. 1105 West Edgewater Street, Cambria.
How do you make the most of your land? The Mosers do it with their John Deere Gator XUV 590N. That's how they
Cram a lot of the work in each day.
And with a 900-pound payload capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a deer.
Visit Ballwig Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun, and Ballwig Turf and Leisure North Spring Street Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz.
Welcome back to Cambria-Friesland. This is Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. Swinging over here to Shiocton as they're the only team that's out here. Good rain coming, if you can kind of see. Let's see if you can kind of see it in the lights there. So you can see that there's a good rain coming down here, right in that trough that they were telling us was going to happen. The field, though, is handling it very well. I don't know what my where I got the vehicle parked, if I'm going to be able to get out of here, but Coach Bilesma told me that if they had to, they get a chain and tractor to get me out of here. So I do appreciate that. Let's see what I got here for stats. And again, this is completely unofficial. So here's what I got. The score here at halftime is 13 for the Shiocton Chiefs and 6 for Cambria-Friesland. Cambria-Friesland started out right away, moving the ball down the field. They scored their 6 points right away on their first possession. Here's what I got for number 23, Carter Drews. I got 8. Again, this is completely unofficial, folks. 8 carries for 11 yards. Number 24, Isaac DeYoung. He's got 9 carries for 31 yards. And number 14, Trevor Krieger. He's got 7 carries for 26 yards. So total offense on the ground for the Hilltoppers, they've got a total of 68 yards. No touchdowns on 24 carries. In the air, number 23, Carter Drews, is 2 for 5. With 59 yards and a touchdown. And the 2 completions that he have are both to number 5, Drake Bermania, 1 for 10 yards, and then the 49-yard touchdown play. He has been open a couple of times, but he just overshot him, as there was also pretty good coverage coming from they had a double teamed, but there was enough of an opening for him to hit it. A couple of times it just went off the hands, and now it's raining pretty well. Feeling bad for Shiocton as they're sitting here. You might even be able to pick up the rain now off of that camera here. I'll shoot a little bit more towards the light so you can see what it's looking like here. Let's take a look at Shiocton Chiefs. Here's what I got. So the running back, number 28, Cade Stingle, 11 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. Number 12 with 1 carry, Dawson Schmidt. He's got 1 carry for 4 yards. And number 25, Dion Helzer, with 1 carry for 5 yards. On the passing front, number 12, Dawson Schmidt, 4 for 10, 1 interception and 1 touchdown. Let me see if I can get up quickly, add up. I forgot to add up his total. So we got 21 and 11 is 32, and 40 is 72 yards. And it does match what I had for the other. I could have done it that way too. 1 reception goes to number 1, Bennett Schmidt. He's got very first pass he caught for 9 yards. It looked like they were going to move right away, and then an interception was thrown in their spread offense, and Cambria took possession and marched it back down the field, but stopped as they went to the quarter, 4th down, and unable to score it. And number 28 on the reception side, too, Cade Stengel. They're doing a good job of hitting him on a nice square out that's about 8 to 10 yards down the field. Picks it up, uses his speed, turns up field. He's got 3 catches for 63 yards and 1 touchdown. And that makes the score 13-6. So, Paul, you know my name, Nyhouse, watching from Arizona. Geez, I think right now I'd kind of like to be there. They got the wind starting to blow this direction. My hands are a little bit numb. This is Wisconsin football. I think my app tells me before that it was about 50 degrees. I think it's a little bit colder now. That was about what it was at kickoff. You got a little bit of a wind that's starting to whip up as well. That's kind of blowing. You can see took a look over at the flag. It's blowing, standing straight up now, so a good wind also that's pushing this rain. And that's going to make it important here that both offenses are be able to run the ball. And they both have proven so far that they can. Although the Shiocton defense came back and was able to regroup themselves and get the stop on Cambria to keep it close. It's only a 7-point game, and so it's an amazing Division 7 Level 3 game here in Cambria-Friesland. We're going to take a couple of steps away for some of our sponsors once again. I want to give them a huge thank you and a shout out again for allowing us to do the broadcast. Without them, you wouldn't have free access to this, and we've had up to, I saw before, we were over 150 computers logged in. So make sure you let those other ones know. Scott, watching from Embarrass. I actually kind of know where that is, and you'd love to see a huge win here for Shiocton. So again, put that stuff in the chat. I'll give you a shout out here. As well as these kids, they go back and they watch these live streams. They want to know what this silly announcer that's sitting here with his headset on is saying about it. And then they watch the game, and I try and get the best as I can for a one-man show, running a camera and commercials and the soundboard and the computer, making sure everything runs, and then trying to sneak some stats in here and give you the names of people that I can. Hoping I'm not missing too much. We're going to step away. Thanks again. This is Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports from Cambria-Friesland.
Marshview Veterinary Clinic is a proud supporter of the student athletes of the Randolph Rockets. The team at Marshview is happily accepting new patients for wellness and surgery. We're also pleased to offer emergency and urgent care services for pets throughout the community. Dr. Jeff Hookstead, Dr. Jackie McIntyre, Dr. Colby McIntyre, and the friendly staff at Marshview look forward to seeing you and your four-legged companions. Go Rockets!
The power of intelligent farming is here. The remarkable new T7 Heavy Duty with PLM Intelligence is available now at Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown. Built on the legacy of the acclaimed New Holland T7 tractor family, the T7 Heavy Duty delivers leading all-around performance and comfort. You'll see wider, operate quieter, think smarter, and feel stronger. 2 models are available, featuring up to 313 horsepower. Designed for you, by you, the new T7 Heavy Duty with PLM Intelligence lets you put intelligent farming to work right now. See one today at Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown.
Most of us plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324-5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Markesan, Randolph, and Waupun.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Markesan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Markesan and Fox Lake.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Markesan, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a deer.
Visit Ballwig Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun, and Ballwig Turf and Leisure North Spring Street Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz.
Welcome back here to Cambria-Friesland. They're getting here, I think they're on their 3 minutes of warm-up. I want to give a quick shout-out as well, as I've been trying to figure out as well if we could find some of the other football scores that are out there. But a shout-out quick to Helen Kessler, hoping her nephew and his team win, cheering here for Cambria-Friesland. Number 5, Drake Bermania. He's got 2 catches. He's got a touchdown. Watching from Michigan, so cheering on the Hilltoppers from Cambria-Friesland. Just trying to scramble again through here. I'm on the WIAA page and seeing if I could find some other schools that were out there posting some of their scores. Cambria is out there warming up as well. Let's take a look quickly here at the Division 7 bracket. So here's what we got taking place here. The winner of this game will be taking on the winner of number 1, Cashton, and number 2, Blackhawk Warren, Illinois, to try and advance to the state semifinal. And then they become, actually, I guess it would be a quarter, more or less, state quarters, because then they would become a state qualifier. No, that would be it. I'm sorry. I was trying to follow along here. Shouldn't be scrolling and doing this stuff at the same time. So if you got some scores out there, if you could do me a favor, if you could find some of that, that would be great. The score is 13-7. Kenna and Mike Mackey are wondering what it was. 13 for the Shiocton Chiefs, 7 for the Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. Again, they have done an amazing job. They've been a great host here as well. So came here and arrived early. The rain. I knew I had to come up a ladder, and I had shared with them that I injured my knee on Tuesday. Actually, was out of work for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, and went back today just to make sure that if I was able to come here and do the broadcast, that if somebody was listening to this, they're going, what the heck, skipping work and then doing a broadcast. So I did make sure that I had to crawl up this ladder. Got some great help from some of the football players from Cambria, so really appreciated that. So far, the only injury that took place here was number 72, and I saw him warming up before for Shiocton Chiefs. That was Devin Pachoki, and I see him out there warming up now, so I'm hoping that he'll be able to get back into the game. Defensive end and the center, it says, a 5'11", 175 senior. And they did announce all of their seniors, and I was counting this up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors on their team. And Cambria-Friesland also, they've got 8 seniors as well. The difference here, obviously, and again, I'm not putting down Shiocton. They're in the division that they're in. They were the largest school at 213, and Cambria-Friesland is one of the smallest schools in with a student population of 99, somewhere in there, so about 100. So it's been a great game. Cambria-Friesland undefeated so far on the season, 11-0, and a nice job by Shiocton Chiefs, who played in the CWC Large, playing against a lot bigger schools in their conference, and only had the one conference loss, because I believe that Stratford was a non-conference game. I could be wrong, but I think that's just knowing the positions. I think the drive to Stratford from Shiocton would be a little bit difficult. So the score again, 13-6 at the half, because Cambria-Friesland did not get their extra point when they went for 2. And the Chiefs also, on their second attempt, missed the extra point, just slipped when he was trying to plant his foot, was number 1, Bennett Schmidt, and just ended up shanking it right into the line. Looks like these teams are getting ready here. I'm going to step away here for couple more commercials, and we'll be back You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports, ready for the second half to start here at Cambria-Friesland.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Shiocton going to receive here in the opening half, or second half. Will receive the ball. Cambria kicking off. They're going to be kicking in, kind of if there's a wind here, it'll be kicking into the wind. Every once in a while you can see the rain in the background when I pull it out, so it's starting to get wet out there. We had a little bit of a reprieve from the rain at the start. Started picking up. Hits it on the ground, tried to squib, and that's going to be covered right there at about the 46-yard line. And Shiocton will take over at the 46. Interesting strategy here to start out with. That's telling me Cambria-Friesland believes that they can stop Shiocton, and so far they have not been able to stop Stingle. He has just been amazing, and as somebody had posted before in the chat, great speed. Scott Owen was sharing with me. I didn't know he was the runner-up last year. I'm not sure what division he was in. It doesn't matter. Fast is fast, and he is fast. So they're going to start out again with that power position. So they got 2 wide receivers, a slot. They give it to Stingle. He tries to bounce, gets the outside edge, turns it up. He's got great speed, and he's going to get all the way in to the end zone. One handoff. Stingle all the way 55 yards on the touchdown. And Shiocton comes out with the hammer right off the bat, puts Stingle in the end zone, and scores a touchdown. 55 yards. I'm going to give him credit for it. It's probably at the 46. It's probably more like 54. We'll put it accurate as I can with unofficial results. 54 yards. Still didn't pick up who's got the center position here. So if somebody knows who that is on snap, please let me know. The kick just misses. Wide right, it looks like. And that keeps the score now at 19-6. Shiocton Chiefs with the lead. We're going to step away. We'll be back after 30 seconds. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
How do you make the most of your land? Everyone has their way. And if you ask the Mosers what they use their John Deere Gator XUV 590M for, they'd tell you,
just ripping around the property.
We try to cram a lot of the work in each day.
We use the Gator to get around
and check on the crops.
And with a 900-pound payload capacity and 1,500-pound towing capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
But it's not just about strength. It's also about speed that lets them
cross the field faster than my pickup.
So they know they can count on their Gator to help them make quick work of long drives between jobs. And with a high-end top speed, 32 horsepower, and an enhanced dash that helps keep your eyes on the road, those drives have never been as fun. And as Eric Moser would say,
you can't be all work and not play.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a deer.
Visit Baldwin Implement, Highway 68 West, Waupun, and Baldwin Turf and Leisure, North Spring Street, Beaver Dam, and online at baldwin.biz. Open 8 to 6 weekdays and 8 to 3 Saturday.
Welcome back here. Kickoff by Shiocton, fielded by Hilltoppers. Blocker slips, turns to turn it up, gets met by 2 Chiefs. Able to power a little bit. I'm not sure who that was. Krieger, I guess is what they said, number 14 on the carry. Again, they don't announce the numbers here, which is easier for me to follow through on my program. Looks like he got down to about, trying to pick up here, I got the 50, 40, 30, about the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. First down here now in the second half for Cambria. They got to see if they can get their offense rolling here. Ball control is their strategy. running and only picking up a couple of yards before Shiocton is there. Number 24, Isaac DeYoung, tackled by Stengel, picks up only 1 yard. I think that's 2 yards. We'll give him credit for 2 yards. The defense stepping in hard just to make sure. For Shiocton, I mean, that's been their specialty all season. They gave up these 6 points. That's the only points so far that their defense has given up. Cambria, though, has been able to control it. I mean, they've had good ball control. They have good yards. Back to Power. Snapped again. Rolling. Looking to pass. Turns his hips wide open. Throws to the back. Just a little bit short. As that was number 23, Carter Drews. Incomplete. So they had a little bit of a flood rolling out there to his left. Did a nice job there. He's a right-handed QB. Flipped his hips open. Tried to get enough on it, but couldn't. And there was good coverage there by the D for Shiocton. Brings up 3rd down and 9 here on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. 10:40 on the clock. Your score is 19-6. 2 missed extra points by Shiocton. Coming in motion. Looks, trying to throw to the backside. He doesn't. He's got blockers out there trying to make a big hole. Running hard. Picking it up down the sideline and getting knocked out at about the 42-yard line. We'll see where they're going to mark it.
Picks up a first down.
Trying to see who got that. I didn't hear who they said. I think it was Sanborn is what they said. Number 21. So it's a great designed play there. And he's going to be knocked out at about the 38. I'm going to give it to Sanborn. I don't know if that's exactly who it was. Picking up 12. Now running hard with their offense again, this time picking up about 4 yards. DeYoung on the carry, number 24. Furthest chat that we had is somebody from Arizona. That's amazing. Thank you for joining us and watching here on RP Sports. Got from Michigan. Got to be a bunch of other fans out there. Remember, these kids are going to go back and watch that and look at the chat. So if you have an opportunity, please go in there and post. Come in this direction. Gets through the hole, then hit at the legs after picking up about 4 more. He still was able to keep going. Didn't think he was taken down. DeYoung once again on the carry. Picks up another 3 yards. Makes it 3rd down and 3. Officials doing the best he can to wipe that ball off. And it's not really raining hard. It looks like it with the lights. It's just it's a good steady rain. The flag is just draped all the way down, so it's kind of just blowing down here. 3rd down. This is going to be a huge play here for the Hilltoppers. Got to get their offense and eat some time. Running to the opposite direction is number 14. Caught from behind and grabbed. A great tackle there by Stengel as Krieger gets taken down, shooting through the gap, losing at least, we're going to call it he'll lose 1 yard. Stengel shot through that hole and got a hold of his ankles. Everybody knows speed kills, and Stengel certainly has it. Cade Stengel has done a great job. So it's going to be 4th down and about 4 for the Hilltoppers. We're going to see what kind of decision they're going to make. They got a wide receiver here. This doesn't mean anything yet because they typically do. They do drop back into punt formation. Looks, it's a fake. Over to the outside. Tackled out of bounds. A flag is thrown, so I'm not sure what the flag is about. We'll see if I can get again on the referee. See what he's going to call. So they did go for the fake. They did not pick it up. So let's see what they're going to call here. I'm looking to see if I can see something that is going to give a signal. It looks like illegal formation maybe is what I think is the call. Yeah, on Hilltoppers, and they're going to decline it. So not only did they not get the first down on 4th, they also are going to turn it over with good position for Shiocton inside of the Hilltoppers territory, and the number 1 seed at Hilltoppers. Got to get some defense here. Let's see if I can pick up a clock here again. I got to step all the way over and look. 8:19 on the scoreboard, the New Medical Center integrated scoreboard. 19-6 is the score. 10:19 on the clock. Shiocton again gives it to Stingle. He runs hard right through the middle. Keeps running hard with that great speed that he has. And he's going to pick up about 25 yards, I believe. Let's see where they get it. That's going to be a 10. That's going to be 20. Yeah, we're going to give him 25 yards on that carry. So a 54-yarder and 25 yards, and he just runs hard right up the middle. Good speed. And the Hilltoppers don't have an answer right now for number 28, Cade Stingle. Shiocton again in that little power eye. Coming, bouncing it, trying to get to the outside, trying to cut it off. The Hilltoppers do, not before he picks up another 10. Looks like he's going to pick up more than that. I think he's going to pick up about 14. And it looks like it's going to be, let's give him, picked up only 12. Looks like the ball is going to be at about the 8-yard line. Again, Stingle running hard. This time they do send the QB, Dawson Schmidt, over. And typically you don't see this in a spread offense, that you ride your running back, but they really have gotten away more from the spread because they've gone more to a traditional with 2 wides. I call it a power pistol because they've got the slot. Going in motion is 10. They give it to number 25 to hard run up the gut. Driving and tackled. I think he picked up about 2, so that's going to be number 25, Dion Helzer, with a 2-yard carry. Makes it 2nd down and 6 for the Chiefs. Comes the play. Stingle is still out. Number 10 is the running back. That's going to be Isaiah Carton. Going to give it to Carton. He's going to try and bounce it. It's a good stop there by the Hilltoppers to tackle him, but he gained about another 2 yards, I think. Down to the 4-yard line from what I can see the lineman is play. He picks up 2, makes it 3rd down and 4. Stingle comes back in after getting a rest. 3rd down and 4 for the Chiefs. Getting a power pistol, so you got a back right next to you, and then Stingle is in the pistol position about 2 yards deep. Snap to Schmidt. Schmidt gives the Stingle. What a hole on this side. You can see it just created. And Stingle scores again for 4 yards out. And another touchdown for Shiocton. Stingle with 2 touchdowns in this half. Oh, it was Stingle, I'm pretty sure. They're going to give it to, they gave it to 25, but I think it was Stingle that was in the back position. The announcer said it was 25, but I think it was Stingle. That extra point is good this time. And that's going to make it 26-6 here on the New Medical Center integrated scoreboard. The time left on the clock is 6:07. 26-6. with Shiocton. We're going to step away, and we'll be back after this from our sponsors.
Get to the Dump in Cambria for excellent food, a great atmosphere, and friendly staff. Their menu is packed with a large selection of appetizers, sandwiches, wings, salads, and above all, their famous burgers. Don't forget to ask about the Dump's Burger of the Month, and you've got to try their award-winning Friday Fish Fry. For more information, follow The Dump on Facebook. Looking to join an awesome team? The Dump in Cambria is now hiring. Stop in for more information. 1105 West Edgewater Street, Cambria.
Thanks again to the Dump and to Farmers Merchant Bank for jumping on and making sure that we could get this broadcast to you. Hope you're enjoying it here on YouTube and RP Sports Radio Plus. 26-6, Shiocton. That's going to be kicked to the outside here, picked up there, running to the opposite side, trying to pick up some speed. I can't tell if that's DeYoung or if that's Drews. Gets up, turning it hard. Gets all the way about to the 33. Krieger on the return. That's Trevor Krieger, number 14. Picking up good yards for Cambria to start with. And they got to get that offense rolling here. The rain has subsided quite a bit. I know you can still see it. I'm looking at it here on my camera here, so I know you can see it, but the lights are really magnifying it. It really isn't raining all that hard. Here's what I see is the difference, though. Cambria's players playing both ways. And, yes, Shioctons are doing it, too. I know that. Stingle has been the difference. His speed has made a huge difference. That senior line needs to get some blocks going. Going to try and get to the outside edge. Cuts it up and filled by the linebacker of Shiocton and Stingle with the read. And only picking up 1 yard is number 24.
DeYoung picks up about a yard.
Isaac DeYoung. And again, Stingle feeling hard. Not sure if he's coming from a linebacker position or if he's coming from a safety position.
And number 28, Gabe Stingle.
Feeling hard. Two guys on the tackle. 2nd down and 9. Looks like Stingle's coming in from a middle linebacker position. Not really a big guy, but with his speed he can fill. Reeds, counter, coming back the other way, and Shiocton's defense is right there, and they do not fall for that counter. I guess he did gain a yard from it. Didn't look like he was going to get that.
Krieger with a gain of a yard.
So Trevor Krieger, number 14, picks up 1 yard. 3rd down and 8, a long 8. Again, Stingle on the tackle. See if I got what his stats are here. 6'3", 195. I guess he is a big man out there. Doesn't look it. I mean, he looks really thin, really muscular. Really has a prototype body, I guess, for trying to drop back, throwing it deep, trying to get it past. Does. Oh, and knocked out of his hands. He had it and knocked away by 32. Knocking it away. Bermania had him beat, and it was just dropped. Number 32 for Shiocton. That's going to be Gunnar Baker. Did a nice job there. 5'8", 165 junior, knocking it out of his hands. Dropping back again. It's Cambria-Friesland to punt. Going to trust their defense to try and make a stop. Kicked on the ground and it's taken a roll. It was touched there, so we'll see if they saw him touch it early. They didn't, as it looked like number 5, Drake Bermania, actually made the touch earlier. Down at about the 39-yard line, the Shiocton Chiefs will take over. 1st and 10 with a 26-6 lead. Thanks again for continuing to put stuff in the chat. Started doing this stuff mainly, as I keep telling anybody that asks, I was a bad fan. My son was a 3-sport athlete, and he was good, but I was a little bit more excited than necessary, and putting a microphone in my mouth quieted me a bit. Stingle again, he's going to bounce. Finds the hole, slips on the cut. Picks up about 3, I think it's going to be. We'll see where they're going to mark it. So that's going to give 2 to Stingle. He had a cutback lane coming, but his cleats just gave out from underneath him, slipped down. Brings up 2nd and 8. And one thing I noticed as I was doing more and more announcing, usually my specialty has been hockey, but started more into football, and my son played a lot of baseball, and found out people were loving these comments. And the kids, I heard from them over and over, nice job there by the end to blow things up right into Stengel. The fumble by Stengel, and Shiocton recovers, and that's going to be about a 7-yard loss. Good job there by the D end here who stepped up, or the outside linebacker, whoever had contained on this end. Makes it 3rd down and 5. So that's going to be a loss of 7 yards for Stengel. And it's a good job by number 12. You got to give credit there to Dawson Schmidt to be right there and fall on the ball. This time they've got Helzer in the backfield. Offset. 3 wide receivers to your right. Fake to Helzer. Schmidt looking, trying to find something. Tosses it, tucks, runs hard, and gets down to about the 44-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 10. Still has 4th down and 4 to go for Shiocton. And with a huge lead, they're going to trust their defense, and why not? They've only given up 6 points in the playoffs. Going back to kick is Schmidt. Once again, Shiocton will trust their defense to stop the Hilltoppers. Rolls. That little Australian-style kick hits and rolls, gave number 21 a chance to get down there, and that ball is still going. And the Hilltoppers are going to be pinned deep. Looks like it's at about the 10. See where they're going to put it. We'll check it out on the New Medical Center integrated scoreboard. This is Jeff Sauer for RP Sports from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. Again, thank you for the sponsors who've been with us the entire season, the football season here. 2:16 left on the clock, and it looks like they're going to say the ball is at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers at the 11. And the Cambria-Friesland has to get this offense rolling. Over 3,000 yards rushing on the ground. Going out for the passes again. Time, steps, hit, And then he's looking for the pass interference call. Thought that he got there a little bit early. Did not. Was tossed out there to number 24, Isaac DeYoung. Was a good throw by number 23, Carter Drews. He's 1 for 4 so far in this half, and the Hilltoppers really don't have much of a choice but to get big chunks of yardage. Going to have to put the ball in the end zone at least twice, and then possibly get the field goal if they can get the 2-point conversions. Sweeping to the outside. Picking up. See what he picks up. 2nd and 10. Krieger, number 14, is the carrier. But there's a flag on the play. See what they're going to call. Looks like he's pointing that he's going to move the ball. Holding on the Hilltoppers. And that positive yards, they're going to move them back. Should be half the distance here. So where they're going to put it. Looks like they're going to put it at the 5-yard line. So I have to see if I can see that here on the scoreboard. I can kind of show you, I think maybe I can pan over there. You can kind of see. That's the best shot that I can get of the scoreboard. So I'll try and bring that in a little bit. It's not too bad. But I can't get an individual camera. That little option to the side. Tosses it right at the end. Trying to run up. It was 3rd down and 15. Krieger picks up 5. Brings it to 3rd down and 10. I thought it was 4th down. I didn't realize I got a kind of a decent shot there, so it's... Clock is rolling. 1:05 left on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Dropping back to throw. Stepping up hard. Gets through his hands and missing it. It's going to be 4th and 10, and the Hilltoppers are going to have to punt with the ball at about the 16-yard line. Completely out of their system is Cambria here trailing. I don't know how many times during the season, I did not go back and look at individual scores. Going to drop back, go for the punt. Gets it off just barely. Stengel's going to pick this one up and take the fair catch. And it's going to start at the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Chiefs.
Number 10, Carson Bermanian, doing the punting.
So the Chiefs offense going to come back out here again. It has been the Stengel show, really. Lost 7, which ended up forcing them to get into a little bit different situation. So they were turned it over on down. So the Cambria-Friesland defense did the job that they needed to do and held them. Unfortunately, their offense could not respond. And I just think that just got to be getting tired here of being pounded. Good job there. Tosses it back to Schmidt. Schmidt now reverses directions. What a play there. You would never say that would be smart play. But he tosses it back to Schmidt. I think he's going to pick up a 1st down. Wow. Stengel stopped. Great job there defensively by the end to step up. Clock is rolling. Wow. What a play. About 37 seconds left. I think Shiocton is going to do the smart thing there. They're going to eat as much clock as they possibly can. So Stengel finally stopped. It looked like it was going to be a loss. Turns around. Dawson Schmidt standing right there, and he tosses it to him and picks up 10. Stengel again. This time it does a bounce. Comes inside. The inside linebacker has to try and tackle him. Staying with those toes, tiptoeing down the line. And he's going to pick up about 12 this time for Stengel. Stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock. 8 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs just moving the ball at will right now. Not much rain coming down here, just a mist. No wind hardly at all. And, they're talking about we're supposed to get super windy tomorrow. Going in motion is Stengel. Both in motion again. I thought that was illegal. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know why they're doing. You can't have 2 guys in motion.
Also, what's the ball carrier? Flag on the play.
Looks like the call again was illegal motion. Hopping off, hopefully with just a cramp, is number 50. The senior, Devin Jennerjohn. They got him listed as a guard. I know there's been a 50 that's doing the snapping. And on these types of nights, most people wouldn't think that you're going to cramp, but it's cold and damp, and your feet are constantly having to dig in. And you are going to. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty for illegal motion. They have 2 guys in motion again. 18 coming one way, 28 the other. That's going to be end of the quarter. We're going to step away and give some love to our sponsors once again And after 3 here from Cambria-Friesland, 26 to the Shiocton Chiefs and 6 to the Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers need to see if they can get something going here, stop them with their defense, and see if they can get that offense rolling and get some big gains. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
How do you make the most of your land? The Mosers do it with their John Deere Gator XUV 590M. That's how they
Cram a lot of the work in each day.
And with a 900-pound payload capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Baldwin Implement, Highway 68 West, Waupun, and Baldwin Turf and Leisure, North Spring Street, Beaver Dam, and online at baldwin.biz. Open 8 to 6 weekdays and 8 to 3 Saturday.
Welcome back to Cambria-Friesland. Broadcasting from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth opposite. So they built a new one, and we're in the old one opposite. So it is a nice view from here, and I don't have anybody blocking. I'm the only one that's up here, which is a good thing because if anybody knows with me, I have all kinds of equipment and I got everything all spread out. But it's not necessarily helpful that I'm the only one out here. But I do want to thank Cambria-Friesland again. No matter how this thing turns out, they did a great job of being a host, making sure that I had what I needed here. Helping out. Stingle, once again, bouncing. Good job there, stepping up, trying to spread. And they get him, trying to get him out of bounds. Smart play there by Stingle. He wants that clock to keep running. It was 1st and 15, picks up 2 yards. Good job there by Cambria-Friesland. 2nd down and 12. Finally had the inside out on Stingle coming to this side. As the end or the linebacker, I'm not sure again how they've got this set up. I'm not really having the opportunity to study it. Looks more like a 5-3 setup to me. Coming in the A-gap shooting. It's going to be Helzer who's going to try and take it to the other side. Stepping up, a nice job there by the safety to come in and fill. Great defensive play there. I don't know if he gained anything on that as he was running pretty east and west. Helzer now picks up maybe 1 yard on that. Makes it 3rd down and 10. Drake Bermania on the tackle did an amazing job of stepping in and filling from his safety position. Comes in hard and does what he's supposed to on that stretch play. And great tackle there by Bermania. So Shiocton running the ball now, getting the clock running. This was typically the strategy that Cambria-Friesland wanted to use with their leads, was just keep pounding it with their ground attack. Dawson, Schmidt steps back, throws, wide open, and scoring in the corner of the end zone. Looks like that's number 34, I think that is. See if that's who he tossed it to. I think that is. That would be to James Munchie. Number 34. Yeah, it was. So that's his first pass, official pass. And tosses it, I believe it was about 20 yards. Sorry about that on the camera. We'll see if we can get the extra point here. For about 20 yards and a touchdown. Nothing going wrong right now for the Chiefs. Everything going right. Through the snap, trying to go pick it up and falling on it. It's number 8. So another missed extra point. But the score is 32-6. We'll be back here for the kickoff. Shiocton just scoring once again, 32-6.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Welcome back to Cambria-Friesland. 32-6 is the score. The Shiocton Chiefs, after about an hour and a half, a little bit more, hour and 45-minute ride on a nice coach bus, able to come off that bus. They're a little bit shocked as Cambria scored on their very first possession, and then after that, it's been all Chiefs. Picked up again, running straight ahead hard, cuts through the middle, runs into his own player, gets about to, can't see again on the opposite side. I think it's about to the 30-yard line for Cambria-Friesland. And this Shiocton defense. Again, you've got these athletes going both directions, which again is pretty common. Munchie on the tackle for the Chiefs. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line for Cambria-Friesland, the Hilltoppers. Fourth quarter, 10-13. Right away going to the pass. Trying to throw it. Going to be sacked from behind on the defense and losing about 6 yards. It's going to be number 23, Carter Drews, as he's going to be sacked. Who was trying to get that fly, the same thing they had to Bermania the last for the touchdown, and unfortunately it wasn't there. Sack by number 72. He was able to come back into the game, Devin Pachoki. Good job there with the motor. Keep going after it. Glad to see the young man was able to get back in the game after being hurt. I think that was early towards the end of the first quarter. Coming back in motion. Taking off on the QB sneak, and a good job there, and I think they're going to call they're throwing a flag, probably for a holding is what it looked like. It was a quarterback draw to Drews.
Drews was the ball carrier. There is a flag.
It's usually in the position of holding. Oh, looks like he's pointing to holding on the defense. So that'll be after the sack, they're going to pick up 10 yards on that holding. I believe it's 10.
Penalty wants to call.
I'm surprised it was 15 yards, though. It's kind of what they marched off. That's a little strange to me. I was pretty sure he called holding. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a personal foul. I just didn't see it. Cambria-Friesland, anyways, has a first down at the 40. Running hard with it, coming through the middle, picking up 7. It's number 24, DeYoung. So getting that offense running, unfortunately for them, the clock is their enemy. And their running game is what continues to run that clock. Oh, 34 is the long snapper. Thanks, Scott, for sharing that information. I have been impressed about what he's done. I mean, he's been amazing with that snap of that ball. So thank you for sharing that out there for Shiocton. Second down and 5 for the Hilltoppers. Toss, a reverse. Coming back the other way. Plenty of blockers. Fakes it. Comes running hard. Got a lot of room up there is Bermania. And there's going to be a flag thrown. That's got to be a face mask on the far side or another penalty. So a nice job there by Bermania picking up 10, 20, 25 yards on the carry. And we'll see what the call is. Trying to see what the White Hat's going to give us. Again, his back is to us, and he doesn't really show the coach. He usually will tell the coach over here if it is on. Couldn't see again what it was. Personal foul, so the announcer helps me out. So that's going to add 15. Again, it could have been a face mask. That's kind of what it looked like to me as he kind of spun him around. So 25 on the carry, and then an extra 15. Now Cambria-Friesland is back down here on the offensive side where they need to be. Good play there. Rolling back short side. They got power. Trying to find a little bit of a seam. Does. Coming back up hard. That's going to be number 14, Trevor Krieger. Picking up. We'll see what they're going to put down for the spot. I can't see it yet from here.
Tackled by Schmidt.
Schmidt on the tackle. Good 8 yards there for Trevor Krieger. This is what the Cambria-Friesland needed. This is where they're the best. They can run hard downhill. Unfortunately, the time is running off on the clock. We'll pick it up here shortly. QB up the middle. Good job there with that senior line. Going to stop the clock as he's going to pick up a first down. The young number 24. And it looks like it's going to be at about the 3-yard line. They got it down at the 4-yard line. 7:40 on the clock. Trying to find it. Bouncing hard. Trying to get into the end zone. That Shiocton defense is not going to let him.
Young down to about the 1-yard line.
Down to the 1.
Tackled by Carson.
So DeYoung cashed in 28, Blackhawk 14. Thank you, Kyle, for posting that out there. So cashed in winner on this side. The winner of this game will be taking on cashed in. Probably at a neutral site would be my guess. Trying to get that 1 yard, pushing hard. I don't think he got it. He did not. And it's going to be 3rd and 1. Third down here for the Hilltoppers. The Chiefs defense trying to stay stout. They haven't been giving up. They only gave up the 6 points initially on the passing touchdown. It's going to be 2 plays for sure for Cambria. Taking out his legs, diving in there. What a nice play there by number 18. Dylan Herb diving hard at linebacker. 5'11", 165 senior. Takes out the legs, and now it is 4th down at the 1 yard line for Cambria. A big line in there needs to, with their experience, just needs to put that ball and ride it on his shoulders. Follow your seniors. Snap again. Pop pass thrown in the end zone, and a touchdown for Cambria. Little pop pass there, trying to see who he got it to. I think it was to Bermania. See who they're going to give it credit to. I think that's who it went to. For a 1 yard touchdown pass. So once again, Cambria scores. Passing. Going for 2.
Touchdown scored by Jason Weaver.
I didn't catch who that was. Oh, Jason Weaver, they said, that went to 81. Trying to go for 2. Rolling. Throws it out there and wide open for 2. The Hilltoppers get their 2-point conversion. And that makes it 14-32. So the Hilltoppers did what they needed to do. What's their enemy is the 5:49 that's left on the clock for the Hilltoppers.
Caught by number 81, Jason Weaver.
Got it down to 18. They needed that 2-point conversion. Still 3 scores. So Shiocton has to make sure they can do it. We'll step away here real quick, and we'll be back after this message.
Most of us plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324-5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Markesan, Randolph, and Waupun.
Got to be expecting an onside kick, and this is kind of what Shiocton is thinking as well. So thank you again, Kyle Fawcett, for posting the score. The final Cashton 28, Blackhawk Warren 14. So the winner of this game will be playing Cashton. Cambria-Friesland trailing 32-14. Kicks it a little bit deep. Picked up. Stingle has it. Looks for an opening and gets taken down. Good job there by the Hilltoppers. Kick defense. Shiocton is going to take over 1st and 10 at about the 37-yard line, it kind of looks like for me, right here in front of us. So Cambria-Friesland needs to get a stop quick. 3 stops. And if you're Shiocton, I just would be shocked if they do anything else but run the ball and let that clock tick away. So Schmidt sitting over here talking to coach, getting the play. It's going to maybe possibly run out of a little time here. We'll see as they put the ball set. Back judge still has the hand down, so we're not seeing that. Kind of surprising to me. I thought that would have been close to their 25 seconds. In the pistol, in tight. Looking for a reverse, comes around as number 17, trying to fill. Steps out of bounds and stops the clock. I don't think that's what they wanted. Number 17, Cody Young, picks up 2 on the reverse. Steps out of bounds and stops the clock. 2nd and 8. Again, Bermania feeling from his safety position. Giving up only 2 yards. That's good hustle there. 2nd down and 8 for the Chiefs. Pistol with the spread. 2 slots here to the right. Running. Blitz was coming. Fumble! Hilltoppers trying to get on top of it, and they are unable to as the Chiefs bounce back on the ball. Good job there by Schmidt. He's going to lose those 2 yards that were gained as he was stepping up, had the ball knocked out of his hand. That's what Cambria needed on their defensive side. And unfortunately, they did not recover. So it's 3rd down and 10. Dawson Schmidt gets credit for the 2-yard loss on the fumble. Power pistol again. Stingle with it. Bouncing this direction. Good job there by Cambria-Friesland. Plugging things up. Running hard up the middle just to pick up what he could. Stingle looks like he picks up. Sorry about that. Got a little bit of rain coming here on my lens. It's giving that reflection. So looks like he picked up about 4 yards, I think. Long 6, short 7. And Cambria is going to take a timeout. We'll step away with them. This is Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. Broadcasting from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth.
Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living has been serving the Beaver Dam, Markesan, Waupun, Partyville, Ryle, Fall River, and Columbus area since 1972. They're located in the heart of downtown Randolph, a rural community which they're very active, sponsoring many events and benefits, including this game today. They're proud to support residents' continuum of care by offering both assisted living and skilled nursing care. Randolph Health Services and Assisted Living. Randolph.
And we're back here at Cambria-Friesland. 4th down and a long 6, short 7. Schmidt's going to go back and punt. So Cambria-Friesland did what they needed to do. They got the stop. Picked up nicely. Good kick there by Schmidt. Lets it go. Rolls, unfortunately. Had to step away. It's number 14, Trevor Krieger. Just a junior. Wanted to pick it up, but just couldn't. And now the ball is sitting back. Looks like it's sitting back at about the 20-yard line. That's where it's going to be set down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers from the 20. Shiocton defense has given up 14 points here. Both of them were passing touchdowns. So they were having a hard time getting the run there. I mean, they were able to get it tossed to the outside. Nope, little pass. Taken and smushed in the backfield. Looks like that was number 75 came flying in there. Bradley Demrath. Couldn't read it from my angle here. Loss of about 8 we'll give to DeYoung. They tossed it to him and tried to see if he could throw it downfield, but he had 0 time to set up and throw. So there was all kinds of pressure coming after him. 2nd down and 18 for the Hilltoppers. Really need this possession and quickly. Rolling, looking to pass. Tucks it, throws it downfield. Good catch there. Pulling it in. Number 8. Oh, he dropped it. I'm sorry. I thought he pulled it in and caught it. Let's drop my pen here. Oh. It's going to be 3rd down now and 18. I thought he pulled it in from what I saw. He was able to pull it in and catch it. Wasn't able to swing the camera quick enough there, so my apologies on that. It was a good play. He looked like he was going to tuck and run it. I think that it was Krieger on the throw. It's probably Drews, though. I haven't seen Krieger throw. Changes directions, throws back the other way, puts it up in the air and just knocked down. And the 2 defenders collide. And it's going to be 4th down and 18. Cambria, unfortunately, they're going to have to punt from this position. They cannot turn it over to Shiocton. See what I got for time. 3:28 left here on the New Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. 32-14. The punt is away. Rolls, gets past Schmidt. Good coverage there by the Hilltoppers, and it's going to be down at about the 42-yard line. Good punt there for Bermania, but that's not what the Hilltoppers needed. They needed to have possession and move it down and score. And now I believe that we've got to be inside about 3:24, I'm guessing. Let's see if we can pick it up. 3:21 left on the scoreboard for the Hilltoppers. Their dream season, undefeated here, 11-0. Playing at home, and again, just giving up the manpower here. Snap given it to Stengel. Stengel's coming up the middle right off the bat, running hard. Good job there by the defense to step in. Stengel still is on his feet, but stopped after picking up about 3. So Stengel picks up 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Ball at about the 30 or 40. Take that back. That's got to be the 44-yard line. Rain is coming almost. Just a little drizzle here. But it's been constant, and again, that takes a toll on your body. You're constantly revving yourself up, getting warmed up, and the muscles just are not used to this, and I'm surprised that we haven't seen more cramping taking place. Again, Stingle tries to bounce it, gets it outside, has room, turns on the jets, and gets taken down at about the 35-yard line. 21-yard carry if that's going to be. Nope, he steps out before that. $14-yard carry for Stingle. And with that first down, and the clock is stopped at 2:14. Not sure why the clock is stopped. Did Cambria take a timeout? I didn't see them take a timeout, so I'm not sure why the clock isn't running. Unless he must have gone out of bounds over on that side. That makes more sense. I'll end up getting there right away with the right call eventually. It's just hard to see it from over here. This time, giving it to number 10. He's going to get taken down for about a 3-yard gain. That's going to be Isaiah Carton on the carry for a yard gain.
Carton with a gain of 2 yards.
It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Shiocton. And the biggest enemy of the Hilltoppers is that clock. I probably could have tried to set up. I was thinking I had my extension arm and I didn't. So you can see that clock is running down to 1:40. Sorry if that makes you dizzy. I'm one of those weak, queasy stomachs, so my apologies. Try not to do that. The Chiefs with possession. Looking. Going in motion is number 18. Counter back the other way, and there's the Hilltoppers all over that. Sniffed that baby out. And a good job there on the stop. Just number 54, Douglas Haima, is leaving everything out on the field. You can just tell he's just, last couple of times he's been on the ground. So it's going to be a loss of 2. I'm not sure who came on that counter. I think it was number 34, James Munchie, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see who lines back up in the backfield. 3rd down and 11. Waiting for the hand. There's the count. Here comes the snap. It was number 32 before. Number 10 with a hard run up the middle. You can see what the difference with Stingle's speed does. I mean, they picked up 3 yards. And I believe that that's going to do it. It is. We're down to 15 seconds. The crowd is just going crazy over here for Shiocton. And the Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers are going to fall to the Shiocton Chiefs. So it's going to be Cashton taking on Shiocton. Someplace in the middle, I would guess, between those two. So Cashton is a Southwest school. So I'm guessing that they'll find a neutral spot someplace in the middle. Cambria-Friesland has no reason to be hanging their head. They come in here 11-0. They scored the only points that Shiocton's defense have given up. And I'm just telling you what I saw in number 28, Cade Stingle, is incredible for a running back. Plus he had great hands and was able to catch the ball and run. I mean, he started out in that second half with a 54-yard run, scores a touchdown, comes back again after picking up, I got him for 37, and then he picks up the remaining 4 for the touchdown. And that is going to do it for the Hilltopper season here in Cambria-Friesland. Once again, I know that they're disappointed in the loss, but 11-1, and I can see looks like Trevor Krieger there, completely exhausted and disappointed. And these Hilltoppers, they got to keep their head up. I mean, again, they fought and fought and fought. And it was only 13-6 at half. And the backbreaker came when Stengel, with the very first carry, took off. And coach is out there dancing for Shiocton. I don't know if they have something special for him that he has to do, but the Chiefs are victorious here tonight. I want to thank you, all of the viewers that were here and stuck with us. 131 SAID computers logged on. Thank you for participating in the chats. Congratulations to the Shiocton Chiefs. Did an amazing job tonight. I don't know what I'm going to have here. Let's see if I can quickly talk my way through just a little bit of the stats. Again, a nice job by number 23, Carter Drews for Cambria. He's got 2 passing touchdowns. And that's, again, this is the only scores that the Chiefs have given up all season. And I know, again, that the Hilltoppers are disappointed. They had a good crowd, good support. And the Chiefs getting a little bit from the coach, Brock Paulo. Congratulations to Shiocton. They're going to be taking on Cashton in this level 4s. Cashton beat Blackhawk Warren 28-14. Level 4 at a neutral site. Congratulations to the Chiefs. Thanks again for following us here. This has been Jeff Sauer for RP Sports. Appreciate all of the donors once again making sure that we could do this. And I hope you guys have an amazing evening. And have a good weekend, and good luck to the Chiefs as they continue to move on. This is Jeff Sauer for RP Sports. Take care, God bless, and I can't wait to see you at the field.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com.